So we're here for the AAA, AA, high A, single A scores in minor league baseball. So we don't have any in minor league rookie ball on Sundays, but we have we have all the other ones. So let's go to it. So in Iowa Louisville, they tie at 4. Louisville got 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 7th, 4 in the 8th for Iowa. And then when they win it 4-0, and they called it off they called it off after 9 instead of, and they waited around enough, and they waited around for it, but they ended up calling off, and they just tied, and they instead of replaying it, next time meet up in Iowa or next time meet up in Louisville, wherever they meet up next, they must not meet up again another time this season. So therefore, they're just going to tie this. They're just going to end in a tie. So, and then we have Las Vegas, 12-7 on 11 innings. In 7 innings in a rain-shortened game. They finished, it was actually through 6, but they were in the middle of Syracuse was in the middle of the top of the 7th, but they called off because Syracuse didn't score any runs in the 7th. So we have 1 run in the first for Syracuse, or in the second for both, and then 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th for Buffalo, and then 1 in the 6th for Syracuse. And Buffalo wins 4-3 in a rain-shortened game. Memphis 11-7 over Columbus 4-3 over Indianapolis and Twins. Spartanburg 6 over the Valley. Durham 3-2 over Nashville. St. Paul wins the high-scoring game with Toledo 14-10. So like 11-10 over Reno. Tacoma 3-2 over Albuquerque. Sharp 4-3 over Oklahoma City. Norwood 5-4 over El Paso. And then due to inclement weather in the area, like severe weather in the area, Rochester and Gwinnett, Jacksonville. Inclement weather in the area, and they were both canceled with severe weather in the area. And then just due to rain, second rush was played a little bit. However, they did not meet the requirement on inning, to call it off, and they finish it. They just called it off in a cancel because neither, and they must not be playing at all this year, or they just mutually agreed to cancel. Let's see, 5-4 Chandua. In this is double A. Summer 7-6 with Bigman's 10. Pensacola 8-4 Columbus. New Hampshire 7-6 over Hartford. Corpus Christi 15-7 Midland. Tulsa 21-10 over Wichita. Arkansas 12-7 Northwestern. Biloxi 6-5 over Birmingham. Next, 4-3 Montgomery. In 10 innings, Harrisburg falls retreat 5-4. Portland 9-3 over Reed. Chesapeake falls 2-7-1 in 7. It was through the top of the 7. They started top of the 7. Chesapeake did, but however, they did not have no runs or scored, and didn't matter what mattered. He scored a bunch 6 runs to even force a tie. So, and and that was X because nothing was scored. So we had up to North with 4 in the first, Chesapeake with only 1 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the 4th. Then in 12 innings, Frisco falls to San 2-6-5, Amarillo 5-4 over Springfield, and Akron against Erie ended up being canceled due to rain in the area. Then let's go to high A baseball. So in high A baseball, it was a 7-inning game, and they dominated Fort Wayne 17-1. It was a 7-inning game finish. Due to weather, it got called off after the 7th inning, Daytona is 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 4 in the third. 4 wait a minute, they're only running the first in the fifth with 1. Then 2 in the fifth for Daytona, 6 in the sixth, 3 in the seventh, and Fort Wayne follows to Daytona. In 1701. Greensboro, 8 5 Arlington, Brooklyn 7 to 4 Frederick, Hudson Bay 6 to Treasure, South Bend 10 to 3 Peoria, Quincy 5 to 4 Blight, Bowling Greens 8 5 Rome, Wisconsin 7 to 3 Great Lakes, 12 2 Winston Greenville, being Everett 9 to 7 Vancouver, Hillsboro 7 to 3 Tracy, Spokane 4 to Eugene, Hub C 9 to 0 Asheville. And then Cedar Rapids Lansing canceled the wet grounds, like rain kind of earlier in the day, and then it caused like the field to be soggy because it is like real grass. I mean, they might use turf, but I would doubt it. Majority of like baseball fields are like real grass, which real grass is way better than turf anyway. Way better, you know. And then it would rain, and that happened around game time. Like West Michigan, like County canceling that. It could meet up. Those matchups could be met up. Again, like Quad C's Cedar Rapids Lansing in Cedar Rapids again, and West Michigan could host Lake County. However, even if they do, they're not choosing not to make that up and play a 7th game in the series, or either that or they don't play each other at all. Those teams don't play each other. In the series that matched up. Lakeland 9 to 3 or Clear. Bradenton 10 to Tampa. St. Lucie 3 on Palm Beach. Jupiter 8 on Daytona. Kannapolis 7 to 2 Fredericksburg. Wilson 6 or C. Fayetteville 9 5 or Sam. Hickory 10 and 6 or Trust. Columbia 8 5 or Marva. And it goes 8 7 Ontario. Stockton 7 or San Jose. Reach 6 to Augusta. Fresno 5 to 1 or Vizsla. Michikuka 8 1 or Lampere. Due to wet grounds, Dunedin Fort Myers canceled that game. The grounds it was already rained before the game started. However, the game was not able to be played due to the wet grass and like the wet infield, like the dirt and that, just not suitable for playing conditions.